Greetings comrades, Soviet Gaming here. Today we'll be talking about farming essence in Soda Dungeon 2. This is really interesting and important topic, and we'll talk about the early game and the late game as well. Warriors Dimension all the way in the far areas. I know what to do. I've read the Discord, I've read the Reddit, I know everything, and I'll give you all that info right about now. First of all, really quick definition of essence. It's a resource that you can use to upgrade your relics. If you don't know what relics are, just wait for a few hours and come back to this video. You'll know what's that, and that's really important. Also, you might want to check the relic guide on my website. Link is down there in the description and in the pinned comment. So, in the early game, the best way to get essence is to get a good team that can plow through all the levels really fast. The core of any essence team in the early game are those three guys. You might be wondering who will do damage. We'll talk about that in a second. You want to have Thief as your first party member. You want to have Mystic as your second party member, and you want to have Nurse as your third party member. It's really important to have them in that order. Of course, don't bother about the equipment. You won't have all that stuff. Go with what you have. Your goal is to plow through the levels as fast as possible. After that, depending on what you want to do in the game, which way you wanna go for, you can go either with 3 Carpenters. Those guys are really good specifically after Dimension 6. Or you can pick some Dark Mages for the AoE attacks. Or you can get... yeah, I think that's about it. So at this stage of the game, Carpenters and Dark Mages are your best options. You're good to go, guys. If your Dark Mages can one-shot enemies, they will be the best option because that will make your progress faster. If they can do that, if you're at the stage where you have to do several turns with the Dark Mages, you want to go with the Carpenters because it will be more safe, you'll progress further, and overall it will be better. Let's say we decided to go with the Carpenters, most likely you will have totally different gear. You definitely won't have those essence magnets, but you want to equip your guys, if you're at really early dimensions like 1, 2, 3, you want to equip your guys with the heal stones. Whoever you run with, those heal stones will help you to heal your whole party, so it's really important. Moreover, it's not an essence thingy, but you want to level your guys to level 25 to unlock their secondary skill. It's really useful, guys, trust me. And if you think you guys can survive without a minor healstone healing, use the Lucky Clover. I would advise Silver Necklace usually, but item find is so broken right now that it kinda lowers your chance of getting new items, so I would advise against it right now, unless it's fixed by now. I don't know when you're watching this video. If there was a patch note and item find is fixed, use that. If not, use Lucky Clover. After that, you want to adjust your scripts. If you can build arena, do that right now. And go to the Soda scripts, and here you can customize your scripts. I won't go over those scripts because there is a special video for that. If you want to get your scripts done pretty well, you can go down there in the description or in the pinned comment. Go to the Soda Dungeon 2 playlist and open the scripts guide basically, or you can Google it, you'll find my website or the video, you'll find it. If you want to just look for it, you'll find it, scripts guide. That will help you to get started. So yeah, for the early levels, that's all you can do, and other than that, when you go into the next dimension, press on the blacksmith, press liquidate before going to the portal, and spend all your money over here on buying the essences from the gold. Pretty simple, pretty logical, but you might forget about that. Of course, if you bought all other upgrades that you need. Another good tip how you can get essence really fast at early levels, at really early dimensions, is go to arena. You can get 2 Dark Mages and 1 Mystic, for example. So bring the guys who have AoE damage and go in the arena. Where is it? Go in the arena and go for whatever you can reach, like the highest one where you can get the essence. And you can go for it and use your AoE attacks all the time, and that will one-shot all the enemies. They won't have chance to retaliate. So yeah, right now of course they will be one-shotted. I'm really strong, but you should be able to do that with 3 of your characters basically, and they will go down, and you can get a lot of essence like that really fast. Specifically, since you can recharge your cooldown timer, at least right now. It might be fixed later on, but right now it's an option. You can recharge your cooldown timer by watching an ad. There you go, you got 150 essence really fast. I know it's kinda useless for the later stages like Warriors Dimension because that's like nothing. One enemy drops that amount of essences, but in the early stages that means a lot. And you can unlock it now by watching an ad, and there you go. You can do another run and farm essences like that it's pretty efficient at the early stages of the game. Once again, sooner or later your progress in the main tower will be faster and you will get more essences from the main dungeon, and that won't really work since Arena doesn't really scale. It still stays the same as it was before, so there is no use for Arena at the later stages, at least at its current state, guys. So yeah, that's all you can do as a new player. When you'll get to the Warriors Dimension though, the tactics will be a little bit different. For the Warriors Dimension, you want to set up your favorite team which you use all the time for the progression. If you don't know what to do, go to the Warrior Dimension guide. I have guides for everything, guys, trust me. So yeah, go for the team that you want. It will be either Carpenters or Dark Mage mostly. Right now there are no other really cool options. And equip everyone with those Essence Magnets if you have them. The rest of you guys should be wearing as many of those Staffs of Greed and plus gold items as you can, because gold is basically the same as essence, but at the lower rate at the early dimensions, at early warrior dimensions, and I guess somewhere later in the game at the late like 100k, 400k something, when you get insane gold amount boost. When you get that insane gold boost, it will kinda be more beneficial to go with the gold boost than the essence thingies. I guess. I heard about that in the Discord, but I haven't actually witnessed that myself. So yeah, making a team that can progress, but here you might to substitute some items from the gold shields towards something that will be useful for you right now. It won't maximize your essence, but it will allow your team to get stronger and you can push further. The further you push, the more essence will be dropped per enemy. Excuse me. The further you will go, the more essence drop will be per enemy, and you will get more essences per hour basically. So there is no point farming early levels in the Warriors Dimension. Like you can start at level 1.5k and go all the way to 10k, but if you'll start at 8k and go to 11k, you might get more. I'm not really sure about that, that's numbers from my head, but you got the idea. The further you are, the more will be the gains. So that's why you might to sacrifice some of your gold gain or essence gain for additional attack for the Carpenters, or the way for you to clear stages faster, because that will help you to progress faster. So at the early stages of the Warriors Dimension, we're already talking about Warriors Dimension, right? It's all after like 1k already. I think up to 50k, maybe 100k levels, Essence Magnets will be really good. What Essence Find does, it doesn't improve the amount of essence that you get from the levels, as far as I understand. Maybe I'm wrong, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And check there as well, because if I'm wrong, I don't want to give the wrong information. From my experience, when you get a lot of essence magnets, so yeah, from my experience, the more essence magnets you have, the more essence enabled enemies you have. So as you can see right now, without those magnets, I'm getting essence enemy once in a while. Right now, it will be every damn level, so every enemy will have essence and you'll have a chance to get it. Again, we have enemy with an essence, so it seems it works like that. It doesn't improve your essence gain, but it improves the chance of you getting the essence enemies. Another really important trick for you guys is to have Thief. I guess you know that if you got the Warriors Dimension, right? But you want to adjust your script for the Thief. You don't want it to ransack the bosses or anything. It should only ransack enemy with essence and then defend, do nothing else, because mana will be an issue. Mana will be an issue otherwise, since essence enemy is every other level, right? And I guess Fairy is somewhere around every 100 levels or so. So you want to have, how much is that skill cost? So you want to have about 1k mana for your Thief in order for her to be able to ransack all the enemies along the way to your next Fairy basically. So yeah, you really don't want to ransack enemies without essence. For that reason, you want to conserve mana, specifically at the early Warrior Dimension stages. After that, just keep grinding, get as many essences as possible, get as much gold as possible, because you can exchange it for essences. And when you start a new run, I advise you, if you're going for the long run, for the overnight run for example, right? You want to start at about 1k levels before your current level. That will allow you to efficiently go for a longest periods of time, because otherwise you might go for like 200 levels and then die. But if you're sleeping, you want to run for like 6, 7, 8 hours depending on how long do you sleep, right? And you would like to calculate that yourself. It may be 2000 levels depending on your team build up. For me, it's about 2.5k levels per night. So if I want to farm overnight, I'll start at 2.5 levels before my current level, and when I wake up, I'll get more essence than I would start at the current latest stage, basically, because there is a chance that I might fail, of course. There is a chance that I might fail, but most likely our guys will plow through the content and get to the latest stage anyway. Alright, now let's figure out how to spend your essence. If you're a new player, spend it on the attack, on the health, and on your mana a little bit, and maybe on physical boost a little bit if you're going for the carpenters, or magical boost if you're going for the dark mages. You don't really want to invest in any of those things unless you are in the Warriors dimension, I guess, because they don't really worth it at this point. So yeah, go full damage potential, don't really worry about Relic of Essence, because the bonus won't be really that crazy for you, just level it up a little bit for the change that you get from the main relics, because progression will be your main target right now. Now, if you're already in the Warriors dimension, you want to kinda prioritize. You want to split your essence between attack, health, physical or damage boost, depending where you go, mana. You want to level up all those things. You want to level up Relic of Mastery, Relic of Resistance, Relic of Essence Find, Relic of Regeneration. By the way, this Relic of Regeneration, is useful for the new and old players, for everyone. This is one of the best relics in the game. And you want to split it between your class relics as well. I myself prefer to keep it close to each other, like, so they don't really want to go one way or another too much, so the difference shouldn't be that much. So the difference should be more than like 50-100 levels, for example. That will make my progress smoother. Moreover, since each next level of relic is getting more expensive, you will get more bang for your buck by splitting it between different classes and different relics. And yeah, I always prioritize attack to other stats, because when you one-shot enemies, it doesn't really matter how much damage do they do. And you want to one-shot enemies, otherwise your floors per hour will be lower. So yeah, just keep your Relic of Health adequate level, falling a little bit behind your attack ones. That's important. And you want to invest a little bit on Relic of Mana in order to not bring Mystic with you, because you will need that spot for another character, for Dark Lord or Second Nurse or whatever. You will find the use for that, that's for sure. So Mystic isn't the best option. Also, you can find a lot of info about the game, like the guides on builds, like Beginner's Guide, Warrior Dimension Guide, Scripts Guide, a lot of guides down there in the pinned comment, in the Soda Dungeon 2 playlist, or on the website. The links are down there in the description as well. So yeah, check those out. There are a lot of useful info over there. You will love it, I promise. Also join our Discord, you'll love it as well. And follow me on Twitch. You definitely will love that as well, because I'm playing a lot of different cool games, mostly single player, no battle royale whatsoever, guys, I promise. No Fortnite. And I'm playing challenging games, so they are really hard to go through. So if you like people struggling something, I'm your guy. And of course, follow me on all my social media. Links are over here and in the description, and in the Discord, and on the website, and somewhere else. They're everywhere. You'll find them if you want to. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. That's about it for now. Soviet out. До свидания.